You've just said me and you have never had an argument in our lives, right? Ever. I'll disagree with you on certain, if we went into it,
yeah.
I'll disagree with you on certain things. I'm not going to punch your head in.
Your dinner?
Oh, mate, just chicken and rice.
Chicken and rice.
Chicken and jasmine rice.
Oh, you're mixing up a bit.
No, that's what I've been having, sticky rice. I'm actually getting really, if I'm honest. Thanks for the use of the microwave.
That's right, no, you can use the microwave for free.
What you got? Heel.
They
should really.
Sometimes when I'm having a really busy day and I don't have time to eat, I just drink Huel and I feel great. I'm 82. Huel.
I've never been to the gym. I just do Tai Chi.
Yeah, isn't it? I could do adverts for Huel.
Yeah, you do.
I'm paying shitloads.
They should really pay us to talk about it.
Another one.
Just saying.
Do you know what? I've never seen Gary Neville actually drink one.
No.
They're always on the desk.
They are always on the desk.
And
it's got water in it.
Diary of a CEO. Doesn't he own it?
Does he? Well, does he have a chunk of it?
I think he bought some of Huel. I just bought some Huel as well.
I'm on the protein shakes actually at the moment.
I do like. Well, this is protein. 20 grams of protein. Yeah. And the black ones are 40 grams of protein, 400 calories, which is really good.
Yeah, it is good.
And another one.
I need to centralise my phone. Have a 3.
There it is, I believe.
Hello and welcome to the A to Z of Men. I'm Chris
Brooks.
It went uncentral last week because if you remember, you laughed so hard, you smacked the existence out of the table.
Oh yeah.
The poor 18-year-old that got blindfolded by Scott.
Chris is Central C.
Central C, yeah. I'm doing some stuff with Drake at the moment. That's going really well. Second time I've done something with Drake.
You don't know, the second time. It was the second time.
It was the second time, yeah. It's actually a really good tune. I'm loving it.
What's it called?
Wake Me Up Before You Go Go. It's the cover of the Wham classic.
Excellent.
Drake chose it.
Which one? What's it called? Which one? Which one are you talking about?
What do you mean, which one?
Which one are you talking about?
Wake Me Up Before You Go Go.
No, the Central C track. Your tracks.
Yeah.
Which one?
All of them. Drake and Central C tunes.
Which one?
The greatest hits of Drake and Central C. Track 2.
Do you mean which one?
It's called Which One, isn't it?
It's called Which One.
Yeah. I actually play it.
Could have gone on forever.
Is it on the chart show?
You do play it, yes, you do play it.
And another one.
Oh, I feel so full up now and healthy. I can just feel all the minerals and vitamins washing over me. Are we ready to do the age of men?
We are ready.
Oh,
we're ready.
We're nearly at the end.
Nearly at the end.
Are we on O?
Yep.
PQRSTUVWXYZ. We've got 9 episodes.
We're over halfway.
Wow.
Although with
episode 15.
With 5's comeback tour, that still means we won't be finished this till like midsummer next year.
I'm going to say it's quite inconveniently positioned, Scott. You could have done it like a month later.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Should have planned it more. Should have planned it
sorry.
more. Okay, guys. Clap
ready?
aboard at the ready.
We ready?
1, 2.
Hello and welcome to the A to Z of Men. I'm Chris.
I'm Scott.
And we're here for the letter O. The A to Z of Men, if you haven't heard the podcast before, is basically a look into the inner workings of a man's brain on certain issues. So we've come up with those words before and worked out how we deal with those type of subjects in a man's brain. And then what we thought would be interesting this time is if our wives come up with the words, because they might want to know how we perceive a certain subject. And we've covered children, we've covered bums and boobs, we've covered some song lyrics, we've covered various things. Edging, which isn't a gardening tool.
And let's be fair, you come up with this idea after you don't really drink that much. You had a few drinks for our mine and went.
I normally only drink healthy type drinks.
Yeah, you do, like Huel. And you went. I think the girls should pick them, and I was like, bad idea.
Bad idea.
They've not been. I thought they'd be quite more like relationship based, a little bit more like finger pointy. They haven't done that. They've been very good, haven't they?
Some of them have felt trappy. I think Bums and Boobs felt quite trappy to me. I felt like I was being trapped.
Yeah.
And I wanted to say all the bums and the boobs. I didn't want to pick.
Yeah.
But
not all of the bums and the boobs.
Not all of them. No. I don't know. Do other women have bums and boobs? No. But lyrics, I really enjoyed lyrics. Some of them haven't been about relationships and some of them haven't felt quite trappy. We've really opened up. We talked about children. That was really deep. We talked about Affirmation, which was the song Savage Garden sang, which was amazing to go through those lyrics. And we've had some really good...
We've had some brilliant episodes.
Yeah, so if you're just starting with us, you can either go back to season 1, where we were picking the words, or even just start episode 1 of this one, and that would be fine.
Yeah.
Not a lot's happened. I went to Venice to get a haircut. No, I didn't go to Venice to get a haircut.
To go on holiday with the
family.
I
went to Venice with the family. Flooded again. Annoying. Every time I go, it's flooded. It's... I don't understand how Venice even happened. I tried to look at Wikipedia to work it out, and they built it in the water. So somebody went, and it must have been some clever clogs who was like,
it's got to be, isn't
what, you're building on land? Fucking hell, it's so last week, mate. Where are you building? On the fucking water. Just on the water. So they put these massive tree stumps in the water to get them above sea level. And then they build the floor. And then they must have built one house and went, that's pretty good. And then they just carried on and built a whole city on the water.
It's crazy.
It looks weird because you're looking out. We stayed in this really gothic-y, I'm going to say haunted. It's definitely haunted. And we stayed in this place. You know when the beds look like the royal family's beds with all the big fucking curtains around them? It was like that.
Yeah, 4-poster beds.
It felt like I was in A&E. It just felt weird.
Yeah, it felt weird.
But then when you look out the window, it is just gondolas and boats and stuff.
Pretty cool, isn't it?
Yeah, and I saw the Amazon man turned up in this boat, and he kind of...
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did. All the Amazon parcels on this boat, and he rocks up to this sort of alleyway, he ties his boat up, and then starts carrying the parcels into people's houses.
Crazy.
And then the police turn up on a boat, with the blue flashing lights on a boat, and all the gondolas move out of the way.
Would you recommend it?
Yeah, definitely.
What, so me and Kerry would love it?
Oh, God, yeah. Brilliant. Yeah, you definitely would. Kerry, probably more than you, because of the shops. The shops are incredible.
And so getting on a gondola to go to a bar?
No, you don't have to do that because it's the outside streets. So where we were, the outside of house and everything was water and gondolas and stuff. But if you come out of our front door, you walk onto pavement. It's pavement, and then there's little streets that you walk around, and like in Spain, where you go around an alleyway and all of a sudden there's a big square and a load of coffee shops. Yeah. It's like that.
Okay.
But then you've obviously got the main, I think it's called the Grand Canal. You've got the main canal that runs all the way through. So when you get in a tube or it's a boat, you just get on. I got on at Rialto and I went round to St. Mark's, and you're on a boat. Then you scan the ticket.
Nice. Kerry would love it. She loves
it's really good. But you've also got the pavement areas. So when you're eating out in the evening in the restaurants, you're eating out on the pavements, and you got the tables and chairs set up, and it's like a normal holiday. But it's just
so
really
you're not eating your lasagna under the water. Right?
No. And the main square with the big church and the bell tower, everything. It looks really cool. It is really cool. I just don't understand why they built it on water. It just is really. It would have been somebody got bored of normal building and went, I'm bored of this.
Yeah, I'm going to try this. Yeah.
So, but it is good, and you'd love it. Yeah, it's a really good place, and they do good haircuts.
Excellent.
So,
I'll bear that in mind.
That's where I was last week. I only went for 3 days. It felt like I'd been there for a whole week.
Well, it was a lot of swimming, wasn't it? So
yeah, a lot of swimming.
lot of swimming.
And actually, from Stansted, it was an hour and 45 minutes to get there.
Wow,
which is incredible. And then when we come back to Stansted, it was just before Trump got to Stansted. So all you could see at Stansted Airport was American military and all the big grey planes, because he brings all his helicopters and stuff over, doesn't he? Yeah. And the motorcades, they all come over on massive, massive planes. So he's he was there. He wasn't there, but all his people were there, and it was really weird. But he got through security a lot quicker than I did.
Well, yeah, I imagine he did, because he's Donald Trump.
Yeah, straight in and out. Most recognisable man in the world, I'd imagine.
Yeah. They go, yes, Donald Trump.
Donald Trump, yeah, and you get. They didn't do that with me.
No,
I had to queue.
They didn't go Chris Brooks, they sent him in.
Yeah, and it's in Essex.
So you go.
And it's Essex as well.
Shocking.
I thought so. So 87 Men coming up. What about your week? What did you do while I was away?
Just just went to the gym and that trained. I've just
Fucking hell. You're already talking about going to the gym. Do you want me to say it? Have you been working out?
no. That's not what I'm saying. Because that's so alien for me to say, isn't it? I'm not a gym lad. I don't go to the gym. And actually, before you pull me on it, I'm going to pull myself on it. I actually said I really didn't. I never wanted to be the guy with the protein bottle and the shake. And I've walked in today with my chicken and rice, and then I've walked in with a pot of strawberries and cashew nuts.
Now, can I just stop you there?
Yeah,
because when we used to work together on the radio, and I had a personal trainer, and I had raspberries and almonds in a pot. They were my snack pot. So instead of reaching for a Snickers bar, have a bit of that, because it'd give you a bit of sugar and it'd give you the nuts to fill you up, and that's good for you. You just relentlessly took the piss out of me. You got your raspberries, you got your almonds. Did you get your packed lunch? You used to do it all the time.
I know.
And you just walked into the studio with a pot of strawberries and cashew nuts.
Unsalted.
Unsalted.
I'm going to take this opportunity.
To apologise.
100%, because it's actually because I don't snack. So now I'm snacking, but I'm snacking on good things. So where I had to take all that away from myself because I didn't want to bloat and get fat, and eat the crisps.
Because you never used to eat crisps or cakes because you wouldn't eat chocolate or anything
and
like
that's
that.
still like 6.5 years. I'm still doing that. But now he's saying, no, little and often. He's saying, like, have this 100 grams of strawberries, have a few cashew nuts. It's really good for you. I mean, even I'm a little bit devastated because I've had to start eating 10 grams of dark chocolate, like 85% dark chocolate. So I feel like my 6.5 year journey of not eating chocolate's over. But
it's natural. You need natural sugar.
But
it's dark chocolate.
Yeah, and it's not. So I'm still not. I would still like to be able to say I've not had chocolate for 6.5 years. But Kerry would say, you had the dark chocolate. But apparently this dark chocolate, 85%, is really good for you.
It's good for you,
Yeah, I'm really enjoying the new regime, and I'm not drinking. I'm actually enjoying it. I'm getting fit for the...
You do look good. You're glowing.
Yeah, thank you. I'm enjoying it. I think it's hard. Where I'm a drinker...
I think it's the pink light, actually, but no, it's fine. But you look
I
good.
get it.
You do look good.
I am pregnant, so thank you. But where you don't really drink and I'm a drinker, someone saying, I haven't had a drink for 2 weeks isn't a big deal to most people. But for me, to not have a drink... Last weekend was was Kevin's birthday, 19 years old, and he had a party.
Yeah.
And I didn't have a drink, So I'm getting used to the fact that when you're training and you're getting ready for something, the last thing you want to do is spoil it by going having loads of beer. If you want to have one to treat yourself for what you've done, have a little bit of a, what do you call it, like a cheat day or whatever.
Yeah.
But you're only cheating yourself. So I've just...
you got all the words as well.
Yeah.
He's only cheating yourself.
Yeah.
Moment on the lips, lifetime on the hips.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
But no, I'm enjoying it.
Good. Okay, 8 set of men for the letter O. Coming up, Joe will let us know what the word is that Kerry and Karen, our wives, have chosen for us.
Orgasm, I'm guessing.
Do you think it's orgasm?
It's going to be, innit? I said to Joe earlier that maybe it's could be one.
One, yeah.
As in you
They're
only
leaving
think
us, it's now just you.
No, you only think yourself, like you're selfish. Like
right, selfish prick, yeah.
It could be that. But it could be orgasm, and maybe they've drawn a few diagrams to help us.
I don't actually know what else it could be. One, orgasm.
Ovaries?
Doubt it.
Could just
and if it is, it's going to be a very short podcast.
Ofcom, just go through that list of radio. Just go through that list of radio words.
It could just be orange.
It could be orange.
You can't rhyme with orange.
Orange man. It could be about Trump.
Could be about Trump.
Off limits.
Off limits. Yeah. Don't talk about it.
Okay, let's have a little break and we'll come back with the 80 of men for the letter O next. If you're watching on YouTube, it's like now because nothing you can't hear the advert. There's an advert playing. I love Huel. It makes me feel great.
Heineken.
Another one.
Chocolate.
Really good.
Cut.
Really good.
Fucking
loads of cash. Loads.
Tastes like shit. It doesn't actually. It does taste really good. Welcome back to the 8. Just wait for him to finish his fucking noise. What on earth are you doing?
What's that?
Are you moving furniture?
I was getting the cards.
Wow.
Fucking
You need a rug in there.
Start again. That's what she said.
Welcome back to the A to Z of Men for the letter O. It's Chris and Scott. Joe, our producer, will pop along any second now with the word that we're going to talk about for the next, 30 minutes. Do you think it's orgasm?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's find out. You were on camera when you were doing that, you know that?
What?
When you were doing your thing with your fingers.
I was just clicking my fingers.
Why?
Because I like to click them.
Oh.
Yeah, it's nice. You click your thumb.
No. Sometimes.
Hard to click.
Yeah. Joe, you still there?
Yeah, just waiting for you to stop fooling around.
No,
Well, we're ready for
we're ready,
you.
just
We're
fucking come
clicking
in.
our fingers waiting for you.
Okay, here we go.
The letter O.
I was actually talking.
Oblong.
No.
Orangutan. No.
3, 2, 1.
Offended. I'm not easily offended.
I'm not easily offended either.
Offended?
Offended.
They come up with weird words.
We'd never come up with that.
Fucking orgasm, surely.
What am I going to say?
So we've got a piece of paper here, and this is from the
Offended.
girls.
I'm offended by that fucking word.
And if you haven't heard the podcast, we get a piece of paper which has basically directions of where to go on the podcast with the word offended. So reading from that list, everything in an offended person's world is interpreted through their own lens, regardless of how far from reality it is. Yeah. So if somebody's offended by something, it's because they're offended by something. It might not offend you, but it offends me.
Yeah.
But then I take offense to it and think you should be cancelled. But you're like, I wasn't
It didn't
offended by
bother
that.
me, yeah.
So it's an internal thing. Being offended makes insecure people feel empowered. Insecure people feel empowered. So they feel they can rise up and go, you've offended
Yeah,
me.
you've upset me.
And it allows them to make others feel guilty. They love the position of power since their self-worth is so low that power makes them feel more secure.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Is social media to blame?
It's a difficult one, isn't it? Right? Because a lot of people won't have seen this. A lot of people will have. What's the program I used to watch with Sheldon in it? Sheldon.
Big Bang.
Big Bang Theory. And he's a bit of an oddball,
Yeah.
Sheldon, and he's got his own quirks, and whether
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
got, ADHD or whatever it is, he's got some stuff going on.
Yeah.
And there's a scene where he says to Penny, you've offended me. And Penny says, I didn't think it was a big deal. And the answer back is a brilliant answer. He says, it was a big deal to me. So what's not a big deal to you? And then you just brush it off and go, I didn't even give it a second thought.
Yeah.
If that's triggered someone in a certain way and they've taken offence to it, you can either explain why they shouldn't have and see if you can meet in the middle, or go, I didn't realise that you would take offence to that and apologise. Because there'll be something that I would say that would offend someone.
Yeah.
I'm not going out of my way to offend someone, but you can get it wrong, can't you? A lot of it's ignorance. You don't know what you're saying is offensive. And listen, and with an ever-changing world, and yet again, when you're doing a podcast or a radio show or what we do now, I'm always mindful of what I say, because I think any words can offend anyone at any time. And that's not a judgment on them. I'm not judging them for that. That's society now, isn't it? Society now is a really hard place.
Well, it's we're very divided as a nation. I think when you look at social media at the moment, whether you're looking at immigration or whether you're looking at flags or whatever you're looking at, it's they're trying to create a them and us. Our nation is like that now, because we've become divided, whether you fall on the left or the right or
down the middle.
Or down the middle, yeah. So we're really divided, and for that I would blame social media, definitely.
Yeah, because you like, and I listen. I never have, and I never will. I don't like talking about politics, and I don't like talking about my beliefs, and because I think so many people now are so quick to judge you for your opinion, and I think it's a terrible thing, right? But for me, it shouldn't matter, because everyone's entitled to their opinion, and your opinion is yours. And if you don't know the full scope of a situation, and you're only judging that situation on the merit that you know about it, you can't be wrong.
Yeah.
Someone
absolutely.
can then educate you and go, oh, but do you know that this happened, this happened, this happened? You go, oh, I didn't realise that. Having factored in those things, I might be, and I'm gonna stick my neck on the line now and say something. Charlie Kirk, right? And I will say the tragic passing of Charlie Kirk last week. And when I say tragic, I'm going to get a lot of people going, what do you mean tragic? The guy was scum, and all of these opinions will come back at me, right? Now, what I would say, I don't need to tell you whether I agreed or disagreed with what Charlie Kirk said, whether I come from the left or the right or down the middle. I might have agreed with nothing he said. I might have agreed with everything he said, or I might have agreed with some of his things and disagreed with other things that he said. He didn't deserve to die for having an opinion.
Yeah.
Right? And the world that we live in now is a really, really tricky place. And I've purposely said nothing because you got people like Piers Morgan of the world who comes out and goes, this is terrible. And he has a very, very strong opinion. He's also not wrong because it's his opinion.
Yeah.
Whatever he said, I don't read the reports that he said because, I don't want to get involved.
Yeah.
But it's, how can you be offended how can you kill someone because you don't agree with their beliefs? How? Regardless of whether you think, he's a white supremacist, he's this, he's that, whatever you think he is, doesn't make it
I think
right.
Charlie Kirk is a really interesting thing to bring up. It's obviously very topical as well at the moment. And I mean, I'm quite happy to own the fact that I disagreed with quite a lot of stuff he said. But I disagree with quite a lot of things a lot of people say. I have no need to kill them. Everyone has an opinion, and Charlie Kirk had an opinion based on his religious beliefs. I disagreed with quite a lot of the things he said, but everyone has a right to voice their opinion. And also the thing that Charlie Kirk would do going around the universities was open up a debate. He wasn't just going, that's my opinions, I don't want to talk about it, so don't talk to me. He's like, these are my opinions, debate me. I'll come over to Oxford, I'll come over to Cambridge.
Yeah, but
I'll go round to the universities and I'll let you argue with me and we'll debate. He was, he believed in free speech.
But this is the thing, he believed in free speech, and yet again, this is as I'm saying sentences, I'm thinking, oh God, should I be saying this, or should I not? And I shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that way. You shouldn't, be scared to say something and to have your opinion, because, I'll take it off of Charlie Kirk just for a second and go. I had a conversation with my mum the other day, right? And I was talking about Charlie Kirk, and I said, guy didn't deserve to die. She didn't know much about him. And I sort of said, he had some very far, some very far out things that he said that I didn't agree with. And he said some other things that I kind of did agree with.
Yeah, there were things he said that I did agree with.
Exactly. And I had this conversation with my mum, who, I love my mum dearly. She's very opinionated. My son Brennan's very opinionated, and he likes to debate. I don't really like to debate. And sometimes I feel like he can be a little bit forceful with his opinion. And I'm like, I'm not sure whether we don't need to see eye to eye on this.
Yeah.
Because we're on the Charlie Kirk thing. Regardless of what his views are and my views are, we shared one common thing. He didn't deserve to die, regardless. Right. So that's one thing that you might as well cling on to that. You've just said, me and you have never had an argument in our lives, right? Ever. You've just said that he doesn't align with some of your thoughts. I'll disagree with you on certain, if we went into it,
Yeah.
I'll disagree with you on certain things. I'm not going to punch your head in or shoot you or stab you because I don't agree with you. I'm going to go, Joe, what, mate, you're entitled to your opinion. I don't agree.
Yeah, of course.
And that's fine, right? But so with my mum, for example, just to lighten it slightly, and I think this is quite, so my mum doesn't like tattoos. Her opinion on tattoos is that, I think she read a quote once, or she read a book, or she heard something on the internet. Robbie Williams had said that he was having tattoos because he didn't like himself and he didn't like his body, and he wanted to change his image, and he didn't feel comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah.
That's Robbie Williams saying that. That's Robbie Williams' reason for having tattoos. But my mum decides that her opinion of tattoos is that. So why am I having tattoos? I must be having tattoos for the same reason that Robbie Williams is having them. I'm having them because I don't like myself. I'm not comfortable in my own skin. No, I'm having them because I like them. I like the art. I And she said, well, what about when you're older? I said, well, I'll be pissing on my shoes because I can't get an erection anymore. I won't care whether the lion on my left arm looks a bit shit now, right? And the point I'm making is, and she was like, tattoo should mean something to you. And I said, I agree with you. And of course, my kids having tattoos, I said to Kevin, try and have it meaning something to you. But I had Arsenal on the back of my neck when I was 20.
Yeah.
Right? At the time, great idea, loved it. I had it for about 5-6 years until I grew out of it, and I covered it up with something else. So it's
Tottenham.
No, shut up. I covered it up, not because I don't love Arsenal, because I've grown out of it, right? And it was but do I regret the decision? No, because at the time, it was a now decision. And it was meaningful to me.
Yeah.
At the age I was, in the headspace I wanted to show I'm an Arsenal fan. Now, I'd rather wear a top than have a tattoo on my neck that says Arsenal. Covered it up, but it doesn't make it a bad decision.
I think when you talk about offence and who gets offended, I don't think that there isn't anybody that everybody agrees with. So somebody's always going to be offended. Whether you talk about Charlie Kirk, whether you talk about Trump, JD Vance, Keir Starmer, Rishi Sunak, you're going to agree with some things they say and disagree with other things they say. However you're aligned politically, however you're aligned religiously, you're always going to agree with certain points and disagree with other points. It's pretty hard to find somebody, especially in a political arena, that you're going to go, I'm 100% behind this guy. Even Nigel Farage, people are like, oh yeah, vote. There are still things that Nigel Farage, there will be still things that people will go, not sure about that bit, but I love all the other stuff.
It's like, I'm an Arsenal fan, so I don't like Tottenham. I don't like Tottenham. It's in my DNA to not like Tottenham. So I don't like Mickey van der Ven. Do I know he's a good defender? Yes, because I'm not a fucking idiot, right? I'll hate on him because he plays for Tottenham.
Yeah.
When Sol Campbell played for Tottenham and then he'd come over to Arsenal, hated him, loved him.
Yeah.
It's fickle, isn't it? And it's so easy to offend people.
But social media at the moment, it probably is to blame because social media, with your own friend group, you've got fly the flags. Oh my God, I feel so proud to be English. And then you've got, oh, please don't fly the flags because, I know people that are really upset and intimidated by it. And it's your same friendship group. And you're like, oh my God. And then you disagree with people and you agree with people. You've obviously got the get rid of friends button, but social media makes it divisive because everybody's got an opinion now. And there seems to be since Brexit, probably 2016, 2017 was the last time I remember feeling everybody was aligned and we were all kind of chill. Brexit happened. And you think about that vote, was it 52-48? That is fucking half and half. That is literally half of you think this, half of you think that. And then you get the march to the far left. So the far right will also be there. It's weird because people are trying to say that we live in a nation that's now divided because of illegal immigration or whatever it is. But that we're actually divided between ourselves. That's where we're divided. 48 and 52 is literally where we're at.
Yeah, but that's the thing. And there was a moment last week, me, you and Karen, when we finished the podcast, we was talking, and if you noticed me, I never talk about politics. I never talk about anything, right? And that's because I'm not informed enough to have a debate or have an opinion. And I don't want to get into it because I don't know enough about it to give myself a fair crack of the debate, right? But so and I'll get kicked for this, but I've never voted, right, ever in my life. That's because I've not got enough opinion. And Karen said, "Oh, but Scott, you should vote because."
And she's right.
And she is right. I don't know. I wouldn't know what I was voting. I wouldn't know what policy I was voting for. I wouldn't know what I was doing. So therefore, I think I'm better off not voting because I don't know what I'm doing.
But if you work out what it is you want in life,
if I did,
and you do that and you do a bit of research and then you look at the candidates and go, okay, well, that person don't like that, but I do like this. And then you find the one that aligns with you the most. But I think the problem at the moment, and I've heard this saying before, and I think it's a really good saying. I think a lot of people are politically homeless now because there's no one. I mean, I'm a little bit like that now. I'm looking around going, I don't know. Because it used to be quite clear cut. You'd have the blue ones and the red ones and the yellow ones. And you go, that one's more me. or where your parents voted and you'd kind of go down that road. But now you look at it and you think, fucking hell, I don't know.
But the little I do know about politics is that because every one of those parties now will have something that you agree with.
Yeah, of course.
Every one of them will. And I suppose you're going to have to vote for the one whose policies you most agree with, but there'll still be policies on there. You're still voting for something that you don't like, essentially, aren't you?
Yeah, but I think that's why we've got where we are now, where you've got like Conservatives and Labour, although they've moved from where they used to be, but now you've got far left with Jeremy Corbyn, you've got far right with Nigel Farage, you've got these real extremes, because I think that's where we're living now. It's so, everything's so fucking extreme, whether you look at, Andrew Tate, or whether you look at Charlie Kirk, or there's so much, but that's to do with social media, because that's the platform.
Yeah, but this is the thing, but this is why this is why I say nothing. It's the other thing, isn't it? Ricky Gervais said, or was it James Corden? I'm not sure. It was Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Yeah, I know. And he's guitar, put an advert in the paper for guitar lessons, and you phone up and go, I don't want guitar lessons. Well, don't answer the ad then.
Yeah.
It's like, why is that person offended by a tweet? Like,
but his way of talking about offence is absolutely right. And some people will be offended by something somebody says, and some people won't. People will agree with Charlie Kirk. People won't agree with Charlie Kirk, Donald Trump, Joe Biden, whoever it is. That's why you do the voting, because some people agree with that and some people agree with that. Some people agree with Brexit. Some people don't. Some people will choose to listen to the A to Z Amendment. Some people won't choose to listen to the A to Z Amendment.
Some people will absolutely hate Fives music and think we're a piece of shit. Some people are like Westlife.
Yeah. But I never understand with offence. I never understand when, and what I work in broadcast, so with Ofcom, you get complaints sometimes. You say something on the radio and Ofcom will come to you with a complaint. Yeah. And obviously if you did something as bad as that, and you didn't apologise for it, and you just went, oh, fucking love this tune, you're going to get complaints, because people won't be expecting that. But I always find it weird when somebody's watching GB News or something like that, and the broadcaster's on and he says something they don't agree with, and the first thing they think is, I'm going to write to Ofcom. Just turn it off.
Yeah.
Because we've never had what we've got now. So GB News is a very, it positions its news to a certain demographic, to a certain political alignment. That's how it does what it does. And America do this. So Fox News is very aligned with Trump, whereas CNN wouldn't be.
No.
We've never really had that before, though, some people would argue that the BBC have been like that, but that's not what traditionally we've had in this country. Now you've got news channels that are aimed at specific political parties, which is, Nigel Farage was a presenter on GB News. I think he still is. That's, wow.
Yeah.
So if you don't follow those parties, or you don't follow Nigel Farage's belief, and you're, a strict left-wing type person watching GB News, it's probably going to offend you because it's completely different to your beliefs. But don't complain, just switch it off.
But that's the thing, though. It is. I mean, I actually quite like the word offended, because I think it's opened up a massive conversation.
It's quite topical at the moment.
But like, for example, is she called Katie Hopkins?
Yes.
I personally don't like the woman. I don't like many of the things that she said. But on the very rare occasion, she'll say something, and I go, I'm a bit taken back, because I go, oh shit. I completely agree with her, right?
Yeah.
But what other people do is they're so offended by one thing that she said that they just blindly disagree with everything else she says that follows. That's not a normal response to someone. If I meet you for the first time and I think you're a dick, if you might be having a bad day, I've got to give you some credit that next time we meet, you might be in a better headspace, I might be in a better headspace, and we might get on. And I mean, when we first met, you didn't particularly like me. I don't think you gave me a chance, and then now we're best friends, right? If you would have just stuck to your guns, that I was a prick from a boy band who was trying to steal your show and you had your own show, all of those things that are in your head that day, if you just stuck by that, regardless of me reaching out to you when your dad passed away, and, talking to you and realising we both had love for football, and actually I did have a deeper love for radio than you thought I did. If you would have just gone, no, he was a prick, we'd never be friends now. We'd never do this. We'd never had this journey that we've been on.
Yeah.
So I just think, why can't people just lighten up a little bit? Like, I guarantee you, out of all of the podcasts that we've done, this one will get a lot of offended people by certain things that I've said or you've said, and they'll go, and then, I'm not coming to that 5 tour now because he said he believed what he liked one thing that Charlie Kirk said once.
I think social media, where Karen and Kerry have said it's social media to blame. I think the point with social media is that people tend to put their opinions on social media, and people will either agree with those opinions or they won't agree. And I'm thinking of the divisive things now in this country, which would be the flags, illegal immigration or immigration in general. It's really divisive. There are people, but people don't just go, I kind of think. People are like, bang, this is where I stand. Bang, this is where I stand. And it's like, oh, okay.
Well, I'm not going to say what these views are, but my dad he keeps on sending me things about something that he believes in that I disagree with. And I keep on going to him, or he'll talk to me on a Tuesday when he comes around to play cards. He'll go, oh, blah, 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 this is happening. And I'll go, but one, I don't agree with you. So we're better off not talking about it because it's only going to divide us, right? There's no point. 2, you're entitled to your opinion and I respect it. You should respect mine. And 3, are you being fed the stuff?
Are you fact checking
and running with it without going, is that the truth?
Or worse, are you being told, well, no, not necessarily worse, but are you being told by social media and running with it?
That's exactly what's happening.
Because the AI stuff on social media is beyond scary.
And as I say, I respect, I won't say what it is that my dad's piping on about, but he's very passionate about it. And he's just being fed a narrative.
The AI situation is probably more to blame because social media, you can get everybody's opinions, but AI is just feeding certain narratives and it's just, and then you think, well, if that's an AI picture, then that's information that you're giving me that didn't actually happen. We don't know. I don't know when I'm looking at social media anymore, whether I'm actually seeing something real or not.
But how scary is that to think I've seen the stupid AI things where, I think it was the other day. What was the famously the 2 footballers? One of them was Tuchel, and the handshake thing where they grabbed each other's hands. Tuchel and
Tuchel and wasn't Ange, was it?
No, it was the Italian with the hair.
I can't remember. I know what you mean. Yeah.
And so I see one yesterday, the handshake, and then when they pull each other in, they kiss, which obviously didn't happen. If you're seeing that for the first time, it looks so real.
Yeah.
You look at it for the first time, you're going, God, that's weird.
Yeah.
I've seen so many things where I go, that must be AI. I mean, shockingly, the first thing I thought when I see the Charlie Kirk thing with it was AI.
I did. I thought it was AI.
It's funny you mentioned the AI thing, right? Because I want to pose this to you two, because you're both of the age, similar age. So I was having this conversation, I think it was literally a couple nights ago with my partner, because he's in exactly the same position. Growing up, the only thing I ever heard from my parents, don't believe everything you read on the internet. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. All I ever seem to do now is get sent AI slop from my mum, and I'll be like, Mum, there's telltale signs, isn't there? I'm like, Mum, that is so clearly
AI,
not real. Like there could be like a panda raising like a kitten. But like, oh, look at this cute panda raising a kitten. I'm like,
it's not real.
How would that ever even happen? And who would be there filming it? And it's like, it's just, I now know how my mum felt growing up. But
I mean, my mum, as you know, passed away recently, but before her mind had sort of gone, she was sending me stuff on Facebook and going, oh, have you seen this? And it's like, yeah, it's not real. And it would be obvious to me that it's not real. But for somebody that's slightly older that maybe just goes on Facebook once every couple of weeks and goes, oh, look at that. It all becomes real. The narrative that you're being fed becomes real. The more you look at stuff like that, the more you get fed. So you can see how social media can send you down a path of belief because that's what you're being fed. BBC website on a documentary recently said it's easier than ever to express offence. Online petitions, abrasive tweets allow us to highlight instantly the insensitivities of others to a global audience. Many condemn those who are offended as snowflakes, tripping over themselves to take offence in an age of political correctness gone mad. Should we erase history that offends people?
I can only vouch for myself, right? And I know from growing up I was born in 79, but growing up through the 80s, through the 90s and now, it's a very different world we live in. And there's certain things that were always the wrong thing to say. You've got to move with the times. Kerry's granddad was one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. But we'd watch football together and he would say a word
to describe a player.
To describe a player. And it was always wrong, but he didn't know. Yeah. So then I had to educate him as an 82-year-old man. Oh, Bobby.
Can't really say that.
Can't really say that.
Yeah.
And it's a silly set. You can't say that anymore. You should never have been able to say it, but you can't say that. Oh, why? Oh, because it's offensive. Why is it offensive? I mean, you even look back at
if you go,
Only Fools and Horses.
Yeah. And Alf Garnett, Jim Davidson's comedy routines in the 80s. Do you know what? Even some of David Walliams and Matt Lucas's stuff, you can't. It's just
early 90s.
Yeah, it's just not shown anymore.
Yeah, even down to, it hasn't changed that recently. Catherine Tate.
Yeah.
Like some of the stuff that she done, you can't, imitating people, the way people talk, like in different cultures and different, like you can't do that. But what I'm saying is you never could or you never should have been able to.
So should we erase it? Should we say, right, that Jim Davidson comedy sketch, press delete it?
No, it shows we've evolved, no?
That is the history, isn't it? That's the history. You learn from the history, you become better people through that history. And maybe you have to have seen that before to know that actually that doesn't look right. That looks wrong to me.
But you can never you can never catch up fully anyway, because it all, like flares come back into fashion, things change, right? So when I grew up in the 80s, the word queer was offensive. It was a slur to a homosexual person. Now it's a celebration. Queer is part of, Joe, am I right?
Yeah,
that is a word
that was intentional. Yes.
Yes,
because
but
it was
taking
used
ownership.
as a slur. That was taking ownership of it.
Yeah, you took that community took ownership of the word.
If you put a different meaning to a word, then it doesn't hurt when people say it badly, kind of thing.
Yeah,
but then we'll never,
But there are still countries Joe cannot go to with his boyfriend and stay in a hotel.
There's more countries I can't than I can.
Yeah. That's
but
just mental. But we've evolved from that, because that would have been the case here at some point in history.
And you didn't even have, I don't know the exact dates, but you didn't have the same age of consent. It was higher.
Yeah, it was 18.
Until, I think, like in the 90s. And marriage was 2012. I remember it.
So should we erase history that offends people? No, we should learn by the history we should learn by what mistakes were made before, and then but that's life, isn't it? You make a mistake, and the sensible people learn by it and become better people because of the mistake they've made. Own the mistake, and then go, do you know what? That was wrong. I'm going to do it this way from now on. And then that makes you a better person, surely.
Yeah.
Interesting. Topical.
Yeah, we've had a good run, I think.
I don't think we said anything that will get us cancelled.
I hope not.
I don't think no. For what? People will always have an opinion you agree with, but they will have other opinions that, if somebody said, I like chicken, but I think all gay people should be killed, you're not going to go, I do like what you said about the chicken. Because I like chicken too. So I must hate the gays. You're not, we're all our own people, aren't we?
Exactly,
we can, and it is unfortunate.
I do like chicken.
Yeah, I like chicken as well.
No,
it's not going to overshadow the other stuff.
No, it's not.
So no, I think that was a good podcast for the letter O. Offended. If you are offended, sorry about that.
You.
Sorry about that. Right, we'll lock that into the A to Z of men. Not to say lock.
Don't be offended. We're going to lock this in
an open environment. Lock it in. So the letter O for offended or offence. Yeah, good one. Good word. Different.
Cheers, girls.
Didn't think that maybe they want us back in the evenings.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they're like, we can end this podcast now.
The next letter will be P. Oh, it should be penis.
No, politics.
Politics. It could be, though.
Fucking don't want to be.
It could be politics. You don't really want to do a podcast about politics now, do you?
No.
Unless you're completely bipartisan and you're just like talking about, I love him, I love her.
I love
all of them.
I love Parmesan.
Okay, so that was the A set of men for the letter O. We'll put that over there. And we need a name beginning with O.
Famous O people.
I've got one.
What?
And he sadly passed away recently, and we can pay tribute to Ozzy Osbourne with Ozzy Oz. Yeah? I'll start.
Okay.
So we're rhyming the born.
Yeah. I'll start to give you all an idea of how this works.
It's time for the name game.
Ozzy Osbourne, he likes yellow vegetables. That's Ollie Oscorn. Scott.
Ollie, oh God, I can't even say it. Ozzy Osbourne, he was a bit of a morning person. That's Ollie Osmorn.
Joe?
Good. Ollie Osbourne.
No, he's called Ozzy.
Ozzy Osbourne. See, this is your fault. It's
I know.
Tongue
I wouldn't have even said that if you hadn't said it. Ozzy Osbourne. Got a bit of an addiction. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, that's good. Ozzy Osbourne covers Natalie Imbruglia's big hit. That's Ozzy Ostorn.
Ozzy Osbourne, he likes a rose bush. That's Ollie Osthorne.
That's good.
Yeah, that's also going to be my rhyme. So.
I've still got another one.
Ozzy Osbourne. He's going vegan. That's Ozzy Oscorn.
Ozzy Osbourne mowing the grass. That's Ozzy Oslawn.
Oh yeah, because that's where I was. I think you're gonna go. Can I get away with a different spelling?
Of
Born.
no. Oh, try it.
Ozzy Osbourne. He loves Matt Damon. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, because it's B-O-U-R-N-E. Yeah, you can have that.
I don't even know if this one's been done. Ozzy Osbourne needs a new jacket. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
That's not been done, man.
Okay.
Ozzy Osbourne. He's a bit tired. That's Ozzy Osyawn.
Wow.
Ozzy Osbourne. He likes to deep think. That's Ozzy Osforlorn. Oh, I think I've got away with it, right?
Go on, you can have that. That's good. It's all gone quiet.
Ozzy Osbourne. More of a morning person. That's Ozzy Osdawn.
Yeah,
That hasn't been done, is it?
that's good. No, you can have that. Ozzy Osbourne produced more kids. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
That is very good. Fucking hell.
Ozzy Osbourne was a fan of Countdown. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
What's Vaughan? Carol? No. Vorderman.
Yeah. I'm out. I thought her name was Vaughan.
Johnny Vaughan would
Johnny
have worked.
Vaughan, yeah, that's
fan
what
of
I meant.
X
Yeah,
radio,
yeah,
Johnny.
Vaughan,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm sorry, Scott.
I'm out as well.
Are you?
Yeah, I can't think of another
You got
one.
another one?
I reckon Ozzy Osbourne said the word fuck. That's Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, no,
I didn't think of that one.
half rhyme. Yeah,
Yeah,
good.
I could have got away with that, but I'll win. I'll take the crown. There you go. Right.
Scott's still thinking.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne, fan of 5. That's Ozzy Ossean.
Oh, it would have worked.
Yeah.
Okay, it's done now though because I won it.
Yeah, you
I got
won.
the crown. Thank you very much for downloading this episode of the 8 Men. And if you could subscribe, that would be amazing on either YouTube and iTunes or Spotify. Subscriptions are good for us.
Subscribe!
And also the typing thing. We're going, oh my God, I love these 3. That we need, it is 2, but they know that, you know that, it's because he's behind a wall. But it is nice to get the writing where you, what do you call it?
A review.
A review on the
It's
iTunes.
nice to get the old writing.
Do the writing on iTunes. But it does make a big difference for us, especially with Apple.
And the bank balance.
And
no.
If you don't know what to write, just use ChatGPT. Everyone else is.
What, just say, write a nice thing about Chris and Scott and the 8 Set of Men on ChatGPT and it would just fill it in for you and then you just can't paste it onto iTunes.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Do that.
Just paste it onto there, paste it onto Spotify, just paste it onto all of them. We could really do with the reviews because we get a load when we mention it and then we haven't had one for a year. So it looks like we've stopped.
Yeah, we forget.
But we haven't stopped. We're here every week grafting,
Grafting,
risking getting cancelled.
Yeah. Trying to offend you.
Yes, and trying to unoffend you at the same time. So you can do that on iTunes. If you want to drop us an email, you can do that at chrisandscottuk@gmail.com and A to Z of Men pod on all the socials. And we'll be back for the letter P next week on the A to Z of Men. Have a good week.